One of my favorite players in this 26 class for the Badgers jumps on the show to talk his plans for NSD, his senior season, and why you can't wait to be a Wisconsin Badger. Let's go.
You are Locked On Badgers, your daily podcast on the Wisconsin Badgers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What is going on, Badger fans? NSD Eve, signing days tomorrow. We got one of my favorites jumping on the show today. We got CARSEN ELOMS joining the show for a second time, just to kind of update us. Senior season, NSD's tomorrow, National Signing Day. CARSEN, as always, man, thanks for jumping on the show. Talk to us about your senior season. What'd you do this year? How'd you get better?
So, I really just hit it hard during the offseason because I knew that since people knew that I was committed to Wisconsin, Power 5 corner, there's not very many of us in Indiana. So I knew people were going to try to target me. So I was really disciplined this year. Just knowing my keys, knowing my assignments, knowing my playbook and all that, studying receivers. So that's what I really focus on during this offseason.
How much time do you put into, you talk about studying film, studying receivers. How much extra time do you put into the game of football outside of just playing the game in practice?
I say each day after practice is about an hour of film session or film study, studying my receivers, knowing my checks and all that.
We had a couple of questions from people. Again, I was said I hope to get CARSEN back on the show. This is a good question here. This is from SGT. What do you bring to this position that maybe other cornerbacks don't? How are you different than maybe some other cornerbacks that you know and that you see play?
Me, I can really I'm a good zone. I'm also good at man, but I'm really a good zone corner. I'm also very disciplined. I know my receiver. I'll study him for hours before I play him. So I know all their tendencies and all that. So I'm really smart. And then my speed, my ball skills, and all that.
And then the second part of this question, what's your most memorable moment as a football player so far in your career?
I say beating my rival in the section championship 2 years in a row.
I love it. Talk to me about kind of the journey to Wisconsin. Obviously, this isn't the year that a lot of Wisconsin fans are used to with the Badgers. You know, we were watching this product on the field this year, and the defense played pretty well, quite frankly, for most of the year. What do you think of the Badger season this year? Why are you excited to continue this journey as a Wisconsin Badger?
When I was getting recruited, the coaches just kept preaching how they were just going to win championships, and I didn't really see that through. I know they didn't have the season that they wanted to this year, but if you just look at everything that's going on, with the quarterback situation and all that, they're just having some really bad luck. So I think the next few years, my recruiting class, I think we're really going to turn the thing around. And that's what I've seen since the beginning, since they started recruiting me.
What made them different maybe as a school or recruiting staff? What made Wisconsin stand out for you?
It was just they showed real love and they kept it real. Some of these coaches, they're just salesmen. They're just going to tell you a whole bunch of stuff. And then when people get up there, it's just complete opposite. So they're just trying to sell you all these good things about the program, but they're not keeping it real. In Wisconsin, they kept it real with me the entire time.
Is there anybody on the staff in particular? Obviously, Coach Haynes is the cornerbacks coach, but you have Coach Mitchell as the DC, Pat Lambert as a recruiting director. Who on the staff do you talk to the most, and what kind of stood out there?
I talked to Coach Haynes. I talked to Pat Lambert a lot. Pat was the guy that really started talking to me first. And then he introduced me to Coach Haynes, obviously. He's the corners coach. And in between those two, those are the two most people I talk to the most on the staff.
Where do they see you playing? Have they talked about your fit in the defense and where you might fit there?
Playing corner, obviously. They haven't told me if I want to play field or boundary or anything like that.
Is there a preference for you anywhere on the field?
I like playing boundary. I think I'm a good boundary corner.
For people who aren't as in the weeds, X's and O's, what's the difference for you between field and boundary?
Boundary, it's a lot more one-on-one situations. You're on the island more. Field, you're going to be faced with a lot more tackling situations. And I'm a good tackler, but just me personally, I like playing in the boundary.
Well, and that's one of the things that's really evident on your film. We're going to put some of your film up here. Actually, let's do that now so people can watch along with the film. You hit people. Where did that come from as a corner? Because a lot of corners shy away from contact.
I think I get it from my uncle because he played corner for the Seahawks. So I think it's just something in our blood, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I ain't. Wait, can you run that clip back? That my TFL?
Yeah, absolutely. Like this is a
Yeah,
TFL right here, right? Yeah.
that
Walk
guy
us
at
through this
tackle.
clip.
That guy at tackle. He's actually a 5-star receiver, the number one receiver in the class of 27. Monshawn Sales.
So let me ask you this: what is a better feeling in the moment? You blow up a receiver screen like that, tackle for loss, or a pass breakup on a slant over the middle?
I don't know. It's equal because like when you blow somebody up and you get up and celebrate, like that's so much fun to do. But then also, I'm a corner. Like I break up passes. Like that's also fun to do. Like this, like I saw that coming from a mile away too.
Let's pull that back.
That play,
Is this where your film study comes in?
yeah, right here. If you look at his alignment, he's lined up on top of the numbers. And also, I noticed in their film that they like to run a lot of quick outs. So I saw that he lined up inside the numbers, and I knew exactly what he was running. And we were in cover 3 too, so I'm really in a bail technique. But I knew I didn't need to bail because I only had one receiver on that side.
Here's that deep speed too, and we got another clip. I think it might be. Yeah, let's talk through this one. This is a clip we talked about before the show. I'm going to play it once. We'll just watch it so everyone who's watching can watch it. Then we'll run it back, and I would love to have you kind of walk through what you're doing on this play. All right, let's bring that back. Talk me through this situation, why this is such a big play right here.
All right, so if you notice, number 4, that's who I was following. He's in the slot. And every time he's in the slot, they like to do some funny stuff, try to like catch us slacking. But I noticed, so they called a timeout before this play, and he was lined up at the outside receiver. So they called the timeout, broke the huddle, came back, and he lined up in the slot. So we were in man, obviously. And when I saw he lined up in the slot, I switched with my outside backer, and I knew that he was going to run something funny just by studying film. So he got off the line, boom. He went to go outside release. He went to go break down. Saw he got high, and then went back down. So I knew that he was going to break, and that's when I had my break. And I grabbed him. Well, I didn't grab him, but like I just put my hands on him, punched through the hands, and made the play.
Yeah, I love it. Where and I'm gonna hit this film again. We'll keep playing this film so we can watch. Where is your goal getting better right now? What are you most focused on when it comes to your development? What's the next step for you?
I think I can be just a little bit more aggressive in the run. Like I think I can come up fat. Like right here, I knew that he was going to come block me. I think as soon as I saw him coming to block me, I feel like I can come up on the run faster.
Well, here's another clip too. Watching just the film, special teams ability. That's something that you flashed. You have a short area quickness, ball skills. Is there any discussion of you maybe doing that college level special teams play?
Yeah, I really want to get in on special. I like special teams.
Talk to me about tomorrow now. Like again, major congratulations, signing with the Badgers tomorrow. What are your NSD plans? How is this going to work out for you?
So I'm gonna sign early in the morning at like 7. We have like a little online signatures called DocuSign with Wisconsin. I'm gonna do that at 7. Then FaceTime the coaches and stuff like that. Celebrate. Then I'm gonna go to the school around 8, and then I'm gonna celebrate. I'm going to sign at 8:15. So I'm just gonna sign the paper. But I've already signed like my DocuSign, so the paper is just kind of just for show. I'm gonna sign, celebrate after that, go out to eat. Well, first I'm gonna go to school. But I get out of school early because I'm a senior, so I don't have to go to school for the full day. I'll go out to eat with my parents and my family and just celebrate.
And you mentioned before the show, it's already kind of sunk in that tomorrow you're signing with the Badgers. What are you? When did that moment maybe sink in, or how? It seems like this has obviously been your decision for a while. Is there anything special about tomorrow?
I mean, it's just everything I've worked for. I'm finally signing like the official letters of intent of my future in those next 4 years, like football, like let alone football, just like my future, what I'm gonna do for work, all the connections, all the people I'm gonna meet. So I mean, it's just I'm signing for football, yeah, but it's also I'm signing my life away too, in a good way.
Some people in chat. John says, "Welcome to Madison." Aaron Kennedy says, "Welcome, Carson." Edgar Allen says, "Heck yeah." Isaiah Place says, "Jamar Fletcher." Look, do you know who Jamar Fletcher is? This is a little before your time, but he was a great Badger corner, former first-round pick.
I don't know who that is. I'm not gonna lie.
No worries. It's before your time. Well, I'll send you a couple clips, but similar stature, same position, ball skills. Edgar Allen asks, you've met other 26 recruits. Who in that 26 class are you really vibing with?
I was vibing with some people before they decommitted, but I mean, I can't vibe with them no more because they're not part of my school. But I mean, everybody lives kind of far. But when I go on visits, I talk to everybody. I talk to like Amari, Latimer. I mean, I'm not really close to everybody, but I just like we'll say what's up to each other and stuff. But I'll talk to like Amari or try to think who else. Talk to some linemen. I don't know everybody's names either. But I'll talk to some linemen. And then I'll say what's up to like Ben Wenzel. I'll say what's up to everybody.
There's a lot of time to figure that stuff out. What are you most looking forward to your freshman year? Was another question we got.
Just getting into a new program, getting in the weight room, bigger, stronger, faster. Playing some high level football, highest level football that I can. Learning the playbook, making plays at a young age, and just building a brotherhood with my new teammates.
Message. You said you're going to be going out to eat tomorrow. Obviously, celebrating. Where are you going out to eat? Where's your celebration restaurant?
I have no idea. I mean, I'll mess up some burgers though. I ain't gonna lie. So any place with some good burgers.
Dude, I love that. Kind of last question here, and again, I don't want to keep you for very long because I know you got a ton of stuff going on, and I appreciate you jumping on. Any last message for Badger fans? Like, what kind of player in person are they getting with CARSEN ELOMS?
They're just gonna get just a hard worker, somebody that's gonna put forth effort in everything they do, somebody that's invested, and just somebody that like if you play with me, like I'm gonna love you like my brother. So that's what they get.
And I know you mentioned, and this is something a lot of players in that 26 class have talked about, but also that 25 class, that 24 class, kind of pushing Wisconsin back to where they've traditionally been. Is that kind of part of your goal? Come to Wisconsin and get Wisconsin back to where it usually has been in the Big Ten.
Yeah, I mean that's why I came here, because I believe that I can be just a small change, just a small step closer to what this program can really be.
Dude, I love it, man. CARSEN, thank you so much for the time. Congratulations again. How does it feel when people say CARSEN ELOMS Wisconsin Badger commit?
It's crazy. I mean, it's just ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to play big time football. And now that I'm finna sign the papers to officially do that, it's just crazy.
All right, I love it, man. Can't wait to see everything that happens tomorrow, but really do appreciate the time again, and congratulations once again.
Thank you.